Hey, what's up everybody? It's Amaya. So today's video is going to be my July 2018 Boxycharm unboxing. As you guys know, if you have been here before, my Boxycharm unboxing videos are my most favorite video to film, and my Boxycharm is my most favorite makeup subscription box I have ever gotten. If you guys don't know what Boxycharm is, this is what it looks like. You get a box of makeup with like 4 to 5 full size or deluxe sample size products each month for only $21 a month. And I know that seems expensive, but in here you get $100 plus worth of makeup every single month for only $21 a month. So it is an extremely great value. I think it is pretty much the best value makeup box out there. And a lot of times they're actually like relevant products. Like last month we got the Automata Cosmetics palette, and yeah, it's just a really, really awesome box. And for those of you that have not been here before, I do this as a try-on video, so that is why I currently have no makeup on. And we actually have an eyebrow product to test out today, which is why I don't have my eyebrows on. I typically do that, but not today. So yeah. So before we get into the video, if you have not already, check out my social medias, which are right over here. My Instagram and Twitter are right over here, and all my other social medias will be in the description box below. And yeah, let's hop right in. So this is what the inside of the box looks like. And we have our little card, and we actually have, oh my god, we have coupons on the back. We have a 20% off Wander Beauty at wanderbeauty.com and a 20% off pharmacy on pharmacy.com. So this is our card. It says everything that we got, gives you a little description, how much it is. So the first thing in here is actually something I'm not going to be trying on today, but I already did try. It is the Pharmacy Bright On Massage Activated Vitamin C Mask with Echinacea Green Envy. This is what it looks like. The bottle is so beautiful. It's like this purple and green like ombre. So stunning. You get 1.7 fluid ounces in here, and let's see, this retails for $38, which is actually a pretty good price for the Pharmacy brand. They have a lot of really expensive skincare, so $38 for 1.7 fluid ounces of mask is pretty good in my opinion. I actually did try this out before I came on here because I did want to try it out. I didn't just want to like show you guys and not be able to give you any information on it. So this is really, really cool. It's like a mud mask, and you squeeze it out on your fingers and it feels very smooth. It kind of has like a spa-like lavender sort of earthy scent, and you just rub it all over your face, and it's purple, and you keep rubbing in circular motions until it turns light green, just like this. It is the coolest thing. You're rubbing and rubbing and rubbing, and all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, something doesn't look like it did before. It just dries on your face like a mud mask would, so it kind of dries down, gives you like that tight feeling all over your face, and then you just go in after 5 to 10 minutes with some water, you wipe it all off. It was pretty easy to get off. I had some issues like in this area and like up here, typical places where masks kind of stick, that I had to kind of take a washcloth and wash it off, but my face feels very smooth. It looks nice and bright and tight. It looks very, very good. It didn't burn, it didn't tingle. Other than feeling tight because it is a mud mask, it felt completely comfortable. I really liked it, so I'm excited to see how this works after I use it a few more times. They say you can use it 2 to 3 times a week, so I'm definitely going to be trying this out more. It felt really nice and I enjoyed it. Okay, so the next thing in here is this Cella Tantalizing Taupe Eyebrow Cream. It says it's an innovative eyebrow cream that effortlessly defines and shapes your eyebrows with its creamy consistency and built-in brush. I've gotten 2 of the Cella eyebrow pencils before, and I actually happen to really like them. I think they work really nicely, so I'm excited to try this out. So you just pop the top off here, and it has this brush. So on the other end, you just twist off this little bottom, and there's actually like product in there. Huh! There's like brow pomade in there. That is what it looks like. So it is like a nice cool tone, kind of like chocolatey brown shade. When I blend it out, it does become more like taupe. So I think that someone who is a brunette will really like this. If you're blonde, I feel like it can be a little bit dark, and it might be a little light for my brows, but we are going to see. The Tantalizing Taupe shade in the Cella Brow Pencil actually works really nicely for my brows, even though they're dark. So we're gonna try this out, see how it works, and if not, I will just go in with my regular brow pencil. Okay, so I'm just going to brush through my brows with a spoolie and start applying. Okay, so this is what it's looking like so far. It definitely gives you a really nice amount of color. It's not too pigmented, like it's not like an eyeliner, but it's also not super duper lightweight, which I like. Sometimes brow pomades, you know, there's like a thin line. You can either be too pigmented or way too light, and I feel like this kind of has that nice medium amount of pigment. And the formula is really nice. It's going on really smoothly. The only thing is that it is kind of hard to get the brush in there. Like it fits, but if you miss, sometimes you're like fraying the brush, which I don't particularly like. I am just gonna go in with a little bit of my brow pencil from LA Girl. It's the Shady Slim brow pencil, which is my favorite, and just kind of darken up, especially the outer area, just to make sure that we're all matching and all that jazz. There's the difference. There's this brow with nothing in it, and then this brow. I can't raise this one by itself, so there's that one. Okay, now let's go in with this side. Okay, so now I'm just going to go in and clean these up a little bit of concealer like I always do. This brow is definitely harder, and as you can see, it's not as clean as this one is, but that brow is always more difficult, you know, left eyebrow. I am setting my brows with eyebrow gel right now, but I honestly feel like I could have skipped that. Like I don't even need eyebrow gel. Okay, so moving on to the next thing in here, I have this eyeshadow palette from Crown Pro. This says that it retails for $29.99, which is kind of expensive for Crown Brush because they are typically a more affordable brand. But it says that it is the Fuego eyeshadow collection. It's made up of rich, warm tone shades, and it's creamy, high pigment, all that. I was just holding it upside down. So this is what the inside looks like. It looks super, super gorgeous. The only thing that's annoying me about this palette is it is kind of cheaply made. And when you have a kind of cheaply made palette, if you notice, the eyeshadow pans are kind of slanted. But the shades in here are very pretty. It's just your typical warm neutral palette. It kind of reminds me of the color scheme of the Naked Heat. It has like these purples in here and these reds. It does also have like a very strong like plasticky scent. Ugh. Okay, so I'm going to go in first with Brulee from Wet n Wild to just set my lids because this does not have a matte white shade in there. So we're just going to go in with this guy. Okay, so the first shade I'm going to go in with is this guy right here. These do not have names, so I'm just going to have to point. So this palette also has a mirror, which is really nice, and it's actually a really nice mirror. Oh, that was a lot more pigmented than I thought. Okay, so my camera was not recording. And I'm not sure how much of this eye look got in, if any. So we're gonna do a quick recap. So I went in with this shade right here, this like nice light transition shade first on my Morphe B81 brush, and I just blended that into the crease. It blended really easily, wasn't too pigmented, wasn't lacking pigment. It was a really, really nice shade, and there was also not a lot of kickback on the pan, which was really nice. I liked that. And then I just went in with these two shades right here, the reddish shades, on my e.l.f. 205 brush, which I had never used before, but it's similar to like a MAC 217 or Morphe M433. And I was just packing those shades on the outer corners like so, and they're blending so nicely. Again, the pigment is really, really nice. I really like it so far. And the mirror in here is excellent. Amazing. Really, really nice quality mirror. You can see really well. It's not blurry, it's not distorted, anything like that. So I like that. That's about as far as I have gotten. I'm basically just building up these red shades in the outer corner because I do want kind of a heavy reddish orange look for today. Okay, now I'm going to go in to a mix of these two purpley shades. I'm going to mix them together. I'm going to do that on a Morphe E17 brush. Again, these shades are very similar. They're a little bit more different than the two red shades are, but I still just want to mix them together. I'm interested to see how these are going to be. Purple shades are very hard to formulate, even for like big brands. And this is all the pigment that I am getting. Let me try going in with this brush right here. See what we can get. And again, I'm almost like wiping my brush on there. Okay. I feel like we're starting to show up to the party a little bit more. See, like, I'm going on here and there's like hardly any pigment. I'm not tapping off my brush or anything. I'm just going straight from the palette to my eye. And there's hardly any pigment. I mean, there's a little bit more there. And then when I go in with this brush, right here, there's a lot more pigment. It's really pretty. Once you get it built up there, it's actually a very pretty shade. Just hard to actually get it built up. I'm going to go back in and again just blend out those edges. I'm going to add a little bit more of that first shade, the transition shade that we used, just a tiny bit. So I feel like those purple shades, they're not the best. I'm not impressed. I'm not disappointed either though. So they're okay. I have better purpley shades like this in my collection, but it's not awful either. Like, I don't feel like they're super patchy or anything like that. They're fairly easy to blend out. They're just not that pigmented. I do feel like I'm getting a little patchiness over here. I don't know if you guys can even see that, but okay, so here are these shimmers and I'm not sure which one I want to go in with. That one's really pretty. Ooh, that's like a gold orange duochrome. I think I'm gonna go in with the shade right here because I love the duochrome that it has. And let me see, what kind of brush do I want to use with this? I'm gonna go with my Bella Pierre blush. It's like a flat brush, but it's kind of flimsy. I feel like a stiffer brush is not gonna work so well with this because it did not work well with the mattes. So maybe the shimmers will be the same. Picked up really nicely on my brush, and I'm gonna try it without any setting spray or anything first. Okay, so that's with a brush, not wetting it at all. I feel like that's pretty good. I'm just kind of swiping it onto my lid to really press it on. And I'm totally getting that duochrome effect as well, which I really am happy about because sometimes duochromes kind of like don't work when you actually put them on, but this one really is. And I'm going to take a little bit of Fix Plus and just wet the brush. I just want to see what happens when we wet the brush because sometimes shadows can get a little weird. Yeah, I feel like it intensified it, but honestly, not that much because it was already so intense. I feel like, yeah, it did a little extra something, but you could honestly get away with not wetting it. I love the duochrome in here though. It is so pretty and totally obvious. This is like a stunning shade. I don't have any other shade like this in my collection. I do kind of feel like this needs a little bit of wing liner though, so I'm just gonna pop on some of my NYX Epic Ink liner, do a little wing, and we will be right back. Okay, so I do have a mascara in here that I'm going to try out, but I am going to be putting on falsies today. So I know this is not going to be a great kind of example of the mascara, but this eye look, I feel like I do need falsies, and I am going out somewhere where I do want to wear falsies. I'm planning on trying it out to see how it actually works. So this is the Wander Beauty Unleashed Volume and Curl Mascara. This says that it retails for $24. It says it's a black and intensely glossy mascara, and it will bring your lashes to new heights. All right, this is what the brush looks like. It's like slightly curved. It's nice. Let's go in and see. Honestly, I feel like for not curling my lashes or anything, that's actually not looking half bad. I feel like it's giving me a similar effect to my Benefit Roller Lash. I thought this was gonna be like a really clumpy mascara, but it actually seems more like lengthening. Okay, so I'm gonna go pop some falsies on. Then I'm going to put on my foundation, concealer, powder, bronzer, all that sorts of good stuff, and we will come back for blush, and then I think we're actually done. Wow. Okay, so I just applied my foundation, concealer, powder, bronzer, all sorts of good stuff. I did apply a little bit of the lighter shade from the palette to my brow bone. I am going to do my lower lash line on camera though, so I waited to do that until right now. So I'm just going to hop into the palette and I'm just going to dip into basically all the colors that we used and just kind of blend them onto the lower lash line. Okay, then I'm going to go in with a little bit of the shade that we have on our lid, and I'm just going to take it on a smudger brush and just pop it right here on the lower lash line, just to kind of bring everything together. And then I'm going to go in with Ofra's Rodeo Dry, which is my favorite highlighter for the inner corners. And I'm just going to go in with this shade right here and then this white shade and just pop those on my inner corner. Oh, it's just so beautiful. Okay, so now for blush, I'm going to go in with this blush. This is the last item in the box. It is from Note Cosmetics, and it's the Luminous Silk Compact Blusher with Argan Oil. And this is in the shade 05 Desert Rose. So this says it retails for $11.99, and it's for all skin types. It's luminous, paraben free, has natural color, and it's argan oil infused. So this is what the compact looks like. It's kind of bulky, but it's also kind of cute. It's a really pretty, like, warm orangey color, basically the same color as my eyeshadow, and it seems very pigmented. It's like a matte, but it's not a flat matte. I'm going to go in with my Crown brush right here, and I'm just going to dunk into here. Really tap off the excess because I have a feeling this is going to be intense. And I was right. Also has like a baby powder smell, which is interesting. So yeah, I dumped it in, tapped off the excess, then tapped it on my wrist, and that just did both cheeks. Wow. Very, very pretty. I like it. It's blending very nicely. It is very pigmented though, so beware of that. Okay, now I'm just going to go in with some highlighter. Use some Champagne Pop. I feel like this is just such a great look for Champagne Pop. And then of course, what would one of my tutorials be without a little bit of Ofra Rodeo Drive? Am I right? Okay, so I am going to try a little bit of this mascara on the lower lash line. See how that works. Okay, so the brush isn't as hard to use on the lower lash line as I thought, but it's still not the easiest. Not a fan for the lower lashes. I'm going to go in with some Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir instead. Okay, so I'm just going to go pop on a lip, get changed, do my hair, and we will be right back for our outro. Okay, so I have finished applying everything. So for my lips, I just popped on a little bit of Smashbox Be Legendary lipstick in Famous. One of my favorite nudes. It's just so beautiful and peachy and delicious, and I love it. Okay, so that is everything for this Boxycharm. Honestly, I really liked basically everything in here. The mascara, I do have to try it out on my lashes when they're curled and everything like that to really see how I like it, but so far it wasn't bad. It was actually pretty good, and I'm looking forward to trying it. The palette really impressed me. Honestly, this surprised me so much. I did not think I was going to get an eye look that looked like this with this palette. I can see myself using this a lot coming up. It has those beautiful warm shades, and I absolutely love it. If you're looking for a dupe for the Naked Heat palette, the colors in here are very similar. Maybe try this one out. It is from Crown Brush. It's $30. Not the most affordable, but also not going to break the bank either. And I know Crown does do a lot of promotions, so maybe check this one out. It was really nice. I did like it. The mask, also really nice. I feel like my makeup went on really smoothly today. I feel like it did really help doing it before my makeup. I'm interested to see what this would do if I did it before bed or if I left it on for a little bit longer. So far, so good though. This Note blush was very pretty, however, it was crazy pigmented, so I definitely want to keep trying it out. I do like how it looks on my cheeks. It is a nice satin sort of matte, so far so good. I am liking that. And then the Cella Eyebrow Cream. Honestly, I feel like I'm having such a good brow day. I feel like my brows look full and sculpted and dramatic, but not too dramatic. I feel like they look really nice, and they also feel like they're going to stay in place, which I really enjoy. I'm very happy with how they look, so I'm interested to see how it's going to wear. I want to try it out a few more times before obviously I say it's amazing, but so far, upon first impressions, I'm really liking it. So then my favorite part of the Boxycharm videos, which I actually forgot to do in my last one, and I noticed it as I was editing. I was like, no, it's my favorite part. I forgot to do it. It is telling you guys how much this box was worth. So this box for this month came to a whopping $129.98. So basically $130, which that's crazy. Again, only $21 a month, and I just got $130 worth of full-size makeup. I am very excited, and this was probably one of my favorite boxes so far. Basically everything in here I really liked, and I'm definitely going to use again. So that is it for this video, you guys. I hope you guys like it. Please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you got these products in your Boxycharm, what did you think? Let me know, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye. It's delicious.